To our forecast. Well, you were about to say something, Brittany.
I was going to say, so many great people doing so many great things for Helene victims. So, I mean, it's Friday. You got 2 days left. Get those nominations in.
I was about to say, one of those great things, that concert tomorrow to benefit folks in Western North Carolina.
It is. The one thing we have to watch out for, though, is some rain. It will not be a complete washout by any stretch of the imagination, but if you're used to going to Bank of America Stadium, you know, of course, there are rules when it comes to rain gear. Grab the poncho, bring it just in case, although any rain, again, not too heavy, not too widespread, and won't last too long. However, it is a change, and a change we have not seen much this month. In fact, the whole month of October so far only accumulating 1/100th of an inch. Out there right now, we do have a few clouds lingering, and that's actually going to be something you'll see a little bit more so heading into tomorrow morning, as we do have an approaching cold front. Eventually, cloud cover will start to creep in, especially tomorrow afternoon. So we're still mostly sunny for Saturday morning, but very quickly we become partly to mostly cloudy. I think the biggest change, though, is rainfall. So I wanted to kind of start with this here. It is not going to be much, but most areas will see about 1/10 of an inch all the way up to 1/2 of an inch possible in a few spots. And that mainly does include Charlotte area metro and down south towards South Charlotte, Pineville area, Ballantyne, places like that. And that's because that's where the low pressure system sets up. You can see it's right over Charlotte and area south, heading through tomorrow, mainly late afternoon and into the evening hours. So what does this mean for folks who are going to be out and about? It is a big weekend. First, Georgia State at App State. This is the first home game for App State since Hurricane Helene there at Kidd Brewer Stadium. I do not think rain will be an issue here. Maybe a few more clouds ahead of the game starting there at 1 o'clock, but overall looking nice and dry. Temperatures relatively comfortable, upper 60s to near 70 degrees, which is a little bit warmer than normal for this time of year for folks there in the mountains. In fact, this shower potential really tomorrow is mainly for areas, again, Charlotte and south. So while the mountains could see something brief, it is not going to be a significant risk. We are still dry by 12 o'clock. You can, of course, see that especially for the Boone area and up toward parts of Jefferson, of course, Banner Elk, Blowing Rock, places like that in the mountains and even parts of the foothills. By the time we get closer to about 5 and 6 o'clock, that's when the rain starts to move in. This is shifted a little bit later on in the night, which of course means any acts that go on later see a bigger impact, of areas that or places that are going in closer to 5 o'clock won't as much. So you can see there again that risk shifting a little bit later in the day. Still going to see though that potential for some light rain, some patchy drizzle into Sunday morning. We have of course an entire hour-by-hour forecast that will consistently be updated by our team of meteorologists throughout the day tomorrow. And I'll be live at 6 o'clock right here on WCNC Charlotte and WCNC Plus, keeping a close eye on things, tracking any potential for heavier rain and even an isolated thunderstorm. Because we are in the 80s tomorrow, there will be a very, very low risk for that, but overall not high at this point. So you saw the forecast for App State's game. Here's concert for Carolina. Again, a 50% chance of, or 20% chance of just a few brief showers for early, but that will get higher as we go later on in the day. Still though, a very, very warm day with temperatures in the mid 80s. In fact, the forecast calls for 83. That's one of the warmest days on record for October 26th, the record 86. I don't think we'll get there. So again, tomorrow we start off dry. We will see that shower potential increasing throughout the day. It is a bit of a complicated forecast because of the timing, but rain mainly late afternoon, evening. We will get breezy too as the front pushes through. After that, a big drop in our high temperatures, 83 to 63, before we slowly warm up, heading toward Halloween, as will be close to 80 degrees. No jackets needed for those costumes, Nick.
But Sunday, though, is bringing us back to reality. So, but I won't complain. I won't complain. A beautiful forecast.
You said earlier today you had a bunch of sweatshirts that needed to be used.
They need to be worn right there.